Yo, what's up guys, Danny Gevertz here, and yeah, we're gonna talk about how to get work through Instagram. If I had to just like guess a random percentage, I'd say that like 50% of the new work that I've gotten this past year has come directly through Instagram, meeting people through Instagram. So like, yeah, like it's like a lot of work to like post, and like it kind of feels corny and lame sometimes to be on Instagram promoting and like doing all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just like a awesome tool as a filmmaker, as a photographer, as a visual storyteller to get your work on Instagram and promote it properly, because you might find yourself getting a lot of jobs through Instagram. So yeah, we're gonna do like a little Queer Eye Instagram makeover situation. Not really, it's not like a build your own Instagram shop. It's kind of got some notes here that I'd like to discuss. So yeah, let's start with like the physical page of your Instagram. What does your page look like and sound like? Someone should be able to go to your Instagram, click on your page, and know exactly what you're about within 5 seconds of being on your Instagram. You know for a fact that when you like find someone new and you go to their Instagram, you're like making a split-second judgment of who that person is right away. So you essentially need to make sure from your bio to your profile image to the aesthetic of your feed that everything is just like looking sharp and looking the way you would want someone to like view you as. So let's start with your profile image. Make it simple, make it you. Show your face, don't like hide, don't make it like a landscape photo, don't make it like a silhouette of your face, or like don't hide yourself. No one really feels comfortable talking and communicating or meeting someone that they don't know what they look like. It doesn't matter what you look like. It more so matters, does this person have like a face that I can like put like a name to? Like that's really important for someone when deciding whether or not they want to meet with you or work with you. So just make sure your face is simple and looking clean and on your profile image, I guess. Now let's talk about your bio. Have your normal name. Don't have like some crazy nickname like Danny Go Get a Gevertz, Just Danny Gevertz is my name. Say what you do in your tagline. So mine says cinematography. I do cinematography. I make videos, I make them cinematic. I'm not a videographer, I don't film events. I try to film commercials, music videos, narrative type stuff, documentaries, I'm not a videographer, I'm a cinematographer. So that's what I do. So don't say I'm a videographer. If you're both a videographer and photographer, awesome. If you lean towards one, I would suggest just putting the one. A lot of times when someone says they're a photographer and a cinematographer, someone who's gonna hire you is gonna be like, are they a jack of all trades, master of none kind of guy, or are they really good at the one thing that they do? But that's for you to decide. Don't put like, I'm a creative. Like, what does that mean? Like, everyone's creative. Like, a scientist is creative. Like, a mathematician can be creative. Like, a fitness instructor can be creative. Like, you don't just say you're creative. Like, what does that mean? Don't say like, I'm a traveler. Like, everyone likes to travel. Like, get over yourself, Say where you're based out of. I say I'm based out of Philadelphia, because a lot of times I'm reaching out, or people from Philadelphia are reaching out to me, and when they see that in Philadelphia, or at least on the East Coast, it makes it more viable of an option for me to be working for them. So say where you are. If you're in, Omaha, Nebraska, maybe don't say you're in Omaha, Nebraska. I don't know how much work's flowing through there, but you get what I mean. If you're on like near a major market, put that major market as your base location. Definitely don't be like, LA, New York. Like you're not in both of those. Like, which one are you mainly in? Like, unless you're super well off and have houses in both locations. But yeah, just like keep it simple. Next, have like a professional way for people to contact you. So if they, don't want to just DM you, like they can write you a formal email. So put your email. My email address is in my bio. I like to avoid putting my phone number because I don't want like weird people just calling me up at all times, Next, put a link to a place where people can see your best body of work just culminated into one little specific place on the internet. I, for example, put my website, because all my best videos are on my website, and it's just one click away from my Instagram. If you don't have a website, link like your YouTube, link your Vimeo, just make sure it looks professional. So when someone clicks that, they go to it. A professional looking page with all of your work just laid out there. Yeah, just avoid like emojis, like all caps, like screaming, just like keep it very simple, keep it very clean, professional looking. So next, let's talk about the overall aesthetic of your feed and what your feed looks like. I think of my feed as almost like an extension of my portfolio. I want to put the highest quality stuff out onto my feed to reflect the things I do as a cinematographer. What you see on my actual portfolio has pretty much the same aesthetic of what you're seeing on my Instagram. At the end of the day, a person's gonna decide whether or not they want to meet with you based on your work and what you post. So if you're not posting great stuff, no one's gonna want to hire you. So if you are continually putting out good posts that are high quality and super engaging and super unique for people to look at, people are gonna be more interested in what you're doing. Don't post stuff that you wouldn't want a potential client that's going to hire you to see. And that's not to say that you can't post, personal stuff, just make it look nice. If you're gonna post a personal thing, say like it's you and your girlfriend's anniversary, don't just post like a weird photo, like take a nice photo of you and your girlfriend and post it with a beautiful caption. And post like the things that you wanna be hired to do. Like if you wanna be a travel photographer, post travel photography. Don't post weddings, don't post like random stuff. If you want to be a cinematographer, post screen grabs from videos that you shot. If you want to be a product photographer, post product photography examples that you've taken over time. It's really cynical to like take the social media thing and use it 100% business related, but it works and you're gonna get hired from your Instagram if you just make it look professional and you're posting things that you want to get hired to be shooting. Try to keep your feed clean and just like aesthetically pleasing, having the same look. Don't make it like totally polarizing looks. Like when someone goes to your feed, they can't like figure out what it is you shoot and what is the things that you shoot look like. A friend of mine named Jackson actually introduced me to an app called Preview that lets you, like preview what your feed will look like by posting certain images. And if one photo doesn't look nice next to the other photo and looks like too messy and too busy, I won't use that photo next to that one. I'll find the one that works better next to their previous photo. Because if you think about it, most people aren't gonna like click on the actual photo themselves individually. A lot of people just like scroll the feed and get a general vibe of your aesthetic that way. So you wanna make sure those little square thumbnails are all looking clean together. I've really found that the simpler and cleaner in images overall, the better your feed's gonna come out. If you're posting a bunch of busy photos that you took on your iPhone, your feed's just gonna look chaotic and it's not gonna flow, the way you'd want it to flow and the way you'd want someone who's gonna hire you to see it as. So yeah, just like keep your feed professional, high quality, and clean. And you, at the end of the day, it's gotta be things that you did and the look that you like. So make it you. So yeah, once you have the look of your Instagram down and you have it all figured out, what it looks like and what it feels like, there's really 3 things left to do. First thing is keep posting your work, keep posting the most relevant work that you've done, keep creating, keep finding unique ways to post, set your Instagram apart and make sure that, when someone goes to your Instagram, they're going to see updated work and not work from like a year ago or 2 years ago that you're not necessarily proud of anymore. I try my best to post like once a week, which still isn't enough. I feel like you should be posting like 2 to 3 times a week. Not so much that it's annoying and people get sick of looking at your stuff, but to the point where, you're staying in people's heads. I do a really bad job at, continuously posting. I need to get better at that, but yeah, try to like post your work often and stay relevant. The next thing that you should do is go out and follow the people that you want to hire you. Get on these people's radar. Most of the time, if you follow someone, they're gonna click on your page to see who just followed them. Maybe they'll look at your page and without you even saying anything, they'll be like, wow, this person has like really great work. Maybe we could do something together. And the third and last thing that you need to do is, reach out to people. Reach out to the people that you want to hire you. Just because you set up your Instagram and you're posting often doesn't mean that work is gonna fly through your DMs like salmon flying down the Alaskan rivers. I mean, no salmon do Alaskan rivers, honestly. You need to reach out to people, and reaching out to people is really like an art in itself. You don't want to come off too strong, but at the same time, you don't want to be lazy and like unprofessional about it. You don't want to like write something too long and sound desperate but at the same time, you don't want to like expect this person to want to meet with you. If you're reaching out to someone, you need to, be able to offer them some kind of value for them to want to answer you back or want to actually meet with you. So if I'm like reaching out to someone that I've never met before, I'll usually be like, hey man or woman, like I love your work so much. It's super inspiring to me. Would love to go out and buy you coffee or lunch this week if you have time. Then just leave it at that. Don't go on about your life story. Don't go sound desperate or don't be like, hey, like let's collab, like something like weird. They're gonna see your message, go to your page and do one of two things. If they like your work, they're gonna be like, hey, like thanks for reaching out. Like, sure, like I'd be totally open to that. Or they're gonna not answer you or just be like, hey, like I don't really have time or make up some kind of excuse, which is totally fine. Like you're gonna get denied by tons and tons of people as I have. But all it takes is like one or two people to be like, yeah, like I love your work, like let's do something or let's meet up, and you can build that relationship with that person now over coffee, over lunch. Try to avoid at all costs where it's like, hey, like let's link up or collaborate or let me pick your brain, because all those things are just like, hey, like I'm on the same level as you, let's just like use each other, like no, like you need to offer that person something in return. Like you can't just be like, yo, let me pick your brain. Like you gotta be like, hey, like love to, PA for you and learn from you. You're not just like taking from them, you're also giving by being a production assistant on their shoot or something like that. Definitely don't say collab. I hate when people say, yo, let's collaborate. Like, what are we gonna collaborate on? Let's collaborate. Like, that's so like loose-ended and like just assuming. I don't know. Don't say collaborating or collab. That's even worse. Or honestly, if you're following someone, just like continuously like their photos, continuously drop nice comments on the things that they're posting. So they see your name a lot and often, and you're playing the long game, and eventually you reach out to that person before just like following them, then messaging them right away. That's pretty much it. And remember, like it doesn't matter how many followers or how many people you're following. Like none of that stuff matters when it comes to someone determining whether they want to work with you or not. If you're a good person with good work, you're gonna get opportunities to work with people. But if you're like, a douchebag, like no one's gonna want to hire you if you're saying things like, I'm a creative. Like no one says that in real life. Like, I'm a creative. Just be a normal person. Yeah, so hopefully this helps you, get more work off of Instagram in the future. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you so much. See ya.